Imagine unlocking a hidden switch inside your body, one that could slow aging, sharpen your mind, and fortify your cells against the wear and tear of time. This is not science fiction. Scientists now believe that deep within human DNA lies a set of genetic pathways linked to longevity, silently waiting for the right signal to activate. And the most surprising part? That signal might already be sitting in your kitchen pantry. For decades, researchers have puzzled over why some people live vibrant, healthy lives well into their 90s and beyond, while others face chronic illness much earlier. Genetics certainly play a role. Some are born with favorable variants of certain genes. But new discoveries reveal something even more empowering. The majority of people carry the same longevity genes, whether they live long lives or not. The difference lies not in the genes themselves, but in whether they are turned on or left dormant. And the master key to flipping that switch appears to be food. This emerging field, known as nutrigenomics, explores how everyday dietary compounds interact directly with our DNA, influencing which genes are expressed and how actively they function. It turns out that common foods, many of which have been part of traditional diets for centuries, contain natural molecules capable of communicating with our cells at the genetic level. These molecules do not alter the DNA sequence itself, but rather send signals that tell certain genes to wake up, ramp up their activity, or stand down when not needed. In the case of longevity, the goal is to gently nudge the right genes into action, day after day, meal after meal. Take chickpeas, for example. These humble legumes, often overlooked in favor of trendier superfoods, contain plant compounds that speak directly to a gene known as SIRT1. This gene acts like a cellular timekeeper, helping regulate metabolism, repair damaged DNA, and reduce inflammation, all hallmarks of slower aging. When activated consistently through diet, SIRT1 helps cells function more efficiently and resist stress. Chickpeas are not the only messenger. Other legumes and whole plant foods carry similar signals, but their regular inclusion in meals appears to make a measurable difference over time. Then there is purple perilla seed oil, a staple in parts of Asia but still relatively unknown in Western kitchens. Rich in a type of plant-based omega-3 fatty acid, this oil has been shown in laboratory studies to activate another critical gene called PARA. This gene plays a central role in protecting cell membranes and managing how the body burns fat for energy. Healthy cell membranes are essential for everything from brain function to immune response, and keeping them resilient may be one of the quiet ways diet supports long-term vitality. Morina leaves, often dried and powdered for easy use, offer another piece of the puzzle. Packed with antioxidants and unique phytochemicals, morina appears to boost activity in a gene known as FOXO3A, one of the most consistently linked to exceptional human longevity across global populations. This gene helps maintain telomeres, the protective caps at the ends of chromosomes that shorten with age. Longer telomeres are associated with healthier cells and delayed aging, and while telomere length is influenced by many factors, diet emerges as a powerful modulator. A traditional blend sometimes called 5-black powder, made from black beans, black sesame seeds, black rice, goji berries, and mulberries, illustrates how ancestral wisdom often aligns with modern science. Each of these deeply pigmented foods is rich in anthocyanins and other polyphenol, compounds that work on multiple fronts, reducing oxidative stress, calming inflammation, and supporting the body's natural detoxification systems. Together, they create a symphony of signals that touch several longevity pathways at once, reinforcing cellular health from different angles. Other everyday foods join this chorus. Chia seeds, tiny but mighty, appear to amplify the body's internal antioxidant defenses by boosting a master regulator known as NRF2. When this switch is flipped, cells produce more of their own protective enzymes, creating a shield against environmental toxins and metabolic byproducts that accelerate aging. Kale, long praised for its nutrient density, activates AMPK, a cellular energy sensor that helps balance fuel use and triggers cleanup processes like autophagy, where old or damaged components are recycled. Quinoa, often celebrated as a complete protein, also contains saponins, natural compounds that may help cells defend against stress and maintain integrity. Even the color of your plate matters. Purple cabbage, acai berries, and black garlic all owe their deep hues to anthocyanins and sulfur compounds that influence gene expression related to DNA repair and inflammation control. Purslane, a leafy green often dismissed as a weed, is one of the richest plant sources of omega-3s and has been shown to support mitochondrial health, the energy powerhouses of cells. Buckwheat, despite its name, is gluten-free and loaded with rutin, a flavonoid that strengthens blood vessels and may protect against age-related cognitive decline. Turmeric brings its golden touch through curcumin, a compound extensively studied for its ability to modulate dozens of signaling pathways, including those tied to cellular aging and brain health. Lion's mane mushroom, once used in traditional medicine, is now gaining attention for its potential to stimulate nerve growth factors and support cognitive resilience. Avocados contribute not just healthy fats but also glutathione, a key antioxidant that helps neutralize free radicals. Nori, the seaweed used in sushi, delivers iodine and unique marine polyphenol that support thyroid function and cellular metabolism. Pumpkin seeds offer zinc and magnesium, essential minerals for DNA stability and enzyme function. Hemp seeds round out the list with a balanced profile of omega-3 and omega-6 fats that help maintain flexible, responsive cell membranes. What ties all these foods together is not a single miracle compound, but a shared ability to engage in a quiet, ongoing dialogue with our genes. Unlike pharmaceuticals, which often target one pathway with high intensity, these foods work gently and broadly, sending subtle but consistent messages that encourage balance, repair, and resilience. The effects are not immediate or dramatic. They accumulate over months and years, shaping the internal environment in ways that either accelerate or decelerate the aging process. Critically, this is not about perfection or exotic ingredients. Many of these foods are affordable, widely available, and easy to incorporate into daily meals. A bowl of lentil soup with kale, a sprinkle of chia on morning oatmeal, a drizzle of perilla or flax oil on a salad, a handful of pumpkin seeds as a snack. These small, repeated choices create a dietary pattern that speaks the language of longevity. The key is consistency, not quantity. Regular, moderate intake appears more effective than occasional large doses, suggesting that daily habits matter more than weekend detoxes or short-term cleanses. It is also important to recognize that food does not operate in isolation. Sleep, physical activity, stress management, and social connection all influence the same genetic pathways. A nutrient-rich diet amplifies the benefits of these lifestyle factors, creating a synergistic effect that no pill or supplement can replicate. Moreover, while everyone carries the genetic potential for longevity, the expression of that potential depends heavily on environment and behavior, meaning that control lies, to a significant degree, in our own hands. This perspective shifts the narrative from passive inheritance to active participation. Aging is not just something that happens to us, it is something we influence every day through the choices we make. The science of nutrigenomics offers a hopeful message that ordinary people, without access to cutting-edge clinics or expensive treatments, can harness the power of their forks to support their biology in profound ways. As research continues to unfold, one thing becomes increasingly clear: longevity is not reserved for the genetically lucky or the ultra-wealthy. It is woven into the fabric of everyday life, hidden in plain sight among the beans, greens, seeds, and spices that have nourished humanity for generations. The secret was never locked away in a lab. It was always in the kitchen. If this opened your eyes to the quiet power hiding in your pantry, you're not alone. The foods we eat every day aren't just fuel, they're messengers, speaking directly to our DNA, turning on the very genes that help us age slower, think clearer, and live stronger. You don't need a lab or a luxury supplement, just awareness, consistency, and a little curiosity in the kitchen. So before you go, consider this. What if the key to a longer, healthier life has been on your plate all along? Try adding just one of these foods to your routine this week, not as a quick fix, but as a daily conversation with your cells. And if you found this worth your time, hit like, share it with someone who cares about real health, and subscribe for more science-backed insights that cut through the noise. Because longevity isn't about chasing miracles, it's about making ordinary choices extraordinarily well.